we move to Mirage, the second map of this best of 3 series. We've seen a lot of one-sided maps today.
I think it's his fault. They didn't start happening until
Wow.
he arrived.
Okay. Shots fired. Okay.
I'm just saying, man.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just
it's been
tying up
heavily
the-
CT sided.
Yeah.
Damn, Dan.
What?
I think that's the
I
most
thought we were
aggressive
cool.
I've seen you in 2019.
Yeah.
There we go. It's all Rambo's fault. Fair enough. Mirage, I'm interested. I want to see what INTZ do, because again, I feel like for the longest time, Yell has, because he's like primarily a sniper, right? But they've had the likes of KNG, of Hen1 on their team, so he hasn't been able to. I think stylistically he has something to offer, basically, on INTZ, and I feel like he hasn't been able to do that because for a very long time he hasn't been a primary sniper. But maybe that has changed now, and Mirage will be a good test of that. It's a test to see if he can deliver in the nature that a Hen1 can, or a KNG. If he can take those ropes and move the team forward.
It feels like there's a systemic issue of some description, because I think we've been watching like this kind of core for a pretty long time. Obviously, some players have come in and some have left, and then they've been recycled, and then they've come back later on. Like, but it's still the same kind of guys.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's always been an issue. Like, they don't run proper defaults, for example. Like that's been a thing which I've seen time and again. They'll do stuff in which they on T sides they don't use the time correctly, or they'll waste their own time too much, or they'll make stuff really fancy, or it'll be very chaotic, but there's no structure. And that's what I've seen for quite some time. And so I've been looking forward to seeing a change there, but like, just, you know, if they were to like just watch a lot of demos, just straight up copy all the defaults that the top 4 teams do, because it's pretty clean stuff. It's just backwards engineer the theory behind that. Just like, why are they doing all these things? You know, there's got to be a reason, you know. And so you just...
Yeah, I would like for them to, they're kind of all over the place. You know, sometimes they're doing things at the wrong time, and it's just not, you don't really see just a clean round. You're just like, okay, that was just like good fundamental CS. It was good calls. They played the odds. You know, it's either the extremes or in just slight miscommunications or doing things when they shouldn't here and there, and you know, it's costing them rounds.
There's a stark contrast sometimes, James, when you see a team that's all on the same page. You can just tell. You can just tell by looking at the mini map. You can just see it.
See the overlay on the screen.
Yeah.
Because it's time for you to talk. Dan. It's time for you to talk. Indeed. Sell your steam waste. What's that knife that flips like this? Is it an Navaja knife? I don't know. I've got some of the new knives, but I don't even know what they're called anymore. But I'm seeing so much of that knife that does that. I'm thinking about buying one, Dan, and maybe I'll buy it from CS Money. Maybe. That would be 11 knives. But you still got to buy your own, Dan. You could buy one too.
So is your promo over now? Can I talk again?
Yeah, go on.
11?
Go for it.
That sounds like a little excessive.
It is. But the thing is, I like the difference. I like the shuffle thing is so good. On a CT side, I have my stat track knife, which has got like 7,500 kills on it. And then the T side, it shuffles the other 9 knives, basically.
Okay. So you commit to a CT.
I have a surprise every time I connect to the server. It's great, man.
Yeah, it keeps the game fresh.
Can we see the knife round? Is the knife round live? God damn it just ended. Well, I guess we're going to see knives in the game. What did you want to say, Dan? What did you want to say? Never mind, it's too late. It's too late, Dan.
Stuff's lost forever.
It's too late. 1.74 for Mirage in the eyes of Pinnacle. Cloud9 are a favorite. I'm a big fan of Mirage, man. I love me some Mirage, even though playing it really sucks because everybody's an idiot in pugs. All they know is A with smokes, and they don't even know map control or how to smoke connector. So all it leads to is disappointment, you know?
I tried playing with you. I can't do it anymore, James.
Why is that?
Because of the people that are in your games.
Ah, yeah. That's what Elo Hell is. You just can't escape it.
Well, I did escape it, and I just realized that I don't want to ever go back there, so we need to boost you somehow. We're going to fix that. That Elo of yours. It's around a cool 900 or something.
Once you kind of get out of that quote Elo hell, and you get kind of a little bit into intermediate play, and everyone kind of knows all the nades and knows what to do.
It's much
better comms. Like, as you get better and you play with better people, game becomes more fun.
It's a significant improvement, yeah. And here is a quick push into, well, I say quick, it's A slow push that was eventually quick into the A bomb site. Oh no,
Oof,
you
8
don't want
HP.
that, because now, now they can't plant. Oh, they got the plant off just in time before Mixwell could put bullets between the brains of, okay, I can't even speak English at this point, between the ears of Yell, who's now alone in the 1 versus 3. It's a bit awkward. Really, is that play that from Mixwell, just the trigger discipline there by Ticket, executing the shots, and then it wasn't too much for INTZ to do. But if they actually got that kill, they checked that corner, they probably get the kill into Mixwell. They have CT control,
Yep.
and it's a completely different round.
Yeah, and I didn't. Well, they of course didn't expect to there, but yeah, that trigger discipline. I mean, that's like one of the most nerve-wracking situations because when you have 8 HP, you have to get those headshots. So more oftentimes than not, when you see someone else in that position, you know, they kind of panic.
Or overthink it. It's like, wait too long. It's like, is this a good chance? Oh no, it's not good enough. I've got to wait. And all of a sudden, you're going to miss all your shots. Definitely an experience thing. You rarely see the pros mess up spots like that. Camps is going to find an unwanted surprise at A ramp. Go for the push there and get some info. 2 players. But look at this. It's just so strong, the buy. 3 Kriegs. It's crazy the firepower that is available to INTZ, but they're going towards A. And this setup is not going to be too bad. Automatic doesn't have any flashbangs, which are very strong from this position, nor anybody to flash into the A site. But he does have Kusta above. Kusta without any nades either. So it's a pretty tough spot. Mixor has some utility. A smoke towards ramp or something would be quite timely at this point. Something to slow them down. Kusta here is a good double. He's going to drop down straight away. Doesn't realize there's another player in Palace. Automatic's position is going to be unchecked now, most likely. Great pick from Mixwell. Now Automatic can just wait. You can wait till all the players are there. Perfect.
Nice.
That's a great round from Cloud9.
Yeah, and they made the right gamble stack, going with A, after they lost mid control. INTZ, they elected to fall back after they pretty much had top mid. So, running back into a stack. If they watch his demo back, they're like, okay, well, we had mid control, so let's try to utilize it.
This is the face mid now. Everyone's swinging mid. This is actually something that I'm a big fan of, especially in pugs. When you only have deagles, or like you don't have a buy in which you can have utility. People are very often will like over peak around middle in pugs, so if you swing out as 5, you can often just get a couple of kills, which is a big win.
And when you're CT, it's tough to re-peek into mid after they have control.
Yeah.
I think this half is gonna come. I think this match in general is gonna come down to who has mid control.
Okay.
We'll see if INTZ they have the nades to take it, or if they're gonna, you know, just do the dry swing there, if they did there, or maybe if they utilize underpass. Definitely mid control's, you know, the heart of the map here.
I'm curious how Cloud9's response will be to it as well, whether they'll decide to be more passive, or if they'll try to really force the issue or try to fight. There's lots of different ways to do it. Nice little gap there for Mixwell to work with the AWP. Flashbang's not going to obscure Mixwell's vision too much. Can't quite find anything. It's a pretty scary position. Right, TZ, will Mixwell go for a peek here? He's very quick. It's being checked for though. You don't need to go for it without a flashbang, deep flash to make it safe. Now INTZ, they don't have middle per se. They've got people top mid, which doesn't really count as having mid control. We don't have any one towards connected yet. That's not secured. Window was open until very recently. Catwalk is still open. And look at all the time in which INTZ have been hanging out. Time to make plays, and Mixwell has a big one. Nice pick over the top of the double crates there on Catwalk. And now Cloud9 have the 5 versus 4 advantage. And when you know the T's are coming through connector, ticket becomes very strong.
Tight angle from that area control with the incendiary. Oh, that's perfect. That will delay some. Cello, though, able to duel with a player on short. There may be a boost, but will it come in time for the flames? I don't think so. He will take one in the face, actually. 30 seconds remain. They haven't identified that Daps is by that triple position. Not Daps, but Kusta, excuse me. Being very patient. Kusta, good for 2. And that is a wrap. Down to the wire, but it's still a clean sheet for Cloud9. Big fat 4-0.
INTZ kind of was shepherded into connector there, and you can see that right. Cloud9 know what INTZ have, and they had nothing going except connector control. And so then you can see this like lineup with the org from default on the A bomb site. Like everything is just, they're just being fed there. INTZ made it kind of close because of the power of the Kriegs, but ultimately we need to see a bit more, I think, from INTZ's default.
Well, how about that? It's one way to get your revenge. Okay, now we have colossal problems for Cloud9, unless they get a few more frags quickly. What kind of a round is this? 1:32, and it is a massacre. Somebody call the UN. We have a disaster on our hands. 10's creeping. Great shot. I think every one of those bullets landed, and Yel's unable to escape. But would they expect a second player? Well, there's the information. Now Zand, he's got a Krieg. And Molly hasn't gone, well, it's gone, oh, it's spread. That's a problem. Will anybody get on the bomb in time, though? He could spray through the smoke. I'm gonna swing wide. And that is a really wild spray.
Yeah.
I think you could have a reasonable guess. But he just sprayed everywhere like he had no idea where the bomb was planted.
Yeah, and that's a round in which, okay, you got Desi running down mid with a Deagle. That's why this round got crazy. Ultimately, though, I really want to see a better mid take than sitting top mid for ages and then walking into connector. You can create some favorable situations for kills. Mixwell misses the jump across. It's down the connector smoke.
Oh.
That barrel was definitely visible around the corner there.
Asking for a lot, but maybe they can afford to take a few risks at a 5-0. That's a waste of a smoke grenade.
I was about to say, that's kind of...
I mean, when I say a waste, I mean he would have liked to use it somewhere else. However, he doesn't know if he can swing for free. So it's a safety, but now they've got one less smoke for the latter part of the round. So it's cool from the Cloud9 perspective in terms of it makes them hard to makes it harder for him to do something later on. However, 5 versus 3, pretty good situation for INTZ.
And 10s, he has to step up here. What was that?
What was that? Reports? Overwatch. Trying to figure out where to deploy a flashbang from. So many targets in the window. Mixwell spots one dropping, and he's only good for one, unfortunately for him, but fortunately for INTZ. They look likely for a first round. 30 seconds on the clock, 10 looking to his left, taken out from the right. And then there was Daps, not really in a position to do anything. And the money's not there for Cloud9. It's a 5-0, but INTZ have been putting work in. They've been doing damage. And Cloud9 are heading towards Eco Town.
Did he get a sound cue in the apps, 10s? Or was it just kind of like he saw a ghost in his peripheral vision or something?
I think maybe he's just like, the smoke's dwindling down. Might as well just take a few pop shots.
Yeah.
The way he kind of snapped towards them would suggest a sound cue, right? Or
yes, it seems
or some
urgent.
description.
Seemed like a reaction.
Yeah. They will creep away, INTZ.
What's really interesting, I believe 10s has a really slow sensitivity, but he looks very fast. I don't know if he uses Axel. I'm gonna check. I'm very curious about this. It'd be great to have a compilation of pro players setups, specifically like
setups or settings?
No, everything. So set up like how they're sitting, distances of various things, the specifics up to the grip style as opposed to in a more ambiguous.
There's a website for settings.
No, but I'm talking about more detail.
I know, we already established that, Dan, but
footage.
I'm saying that there's a website for settings. It's called Pro Settings or something along those lines.
No, yeah.
I was mad because my settings weren't on there. I think they are now. I think they put them on there. But they're probably out of date. I need to actually update my information.
TenZ was born.
Tell me when. When was he born, Dan?
Do you want to know?
Well, now you have to.
After 2000?
You can't say that
May
and then.
5th, 2001.
2001.
Wow.
Okay, we've got some deagle action. Is he able to escape? No, he isn't. TenZ delivering another deagle kill, but the trades are here. And the guns are protected. Mixwell with the AWP, which Daps picked up at the end of the last round. Molotovs galore, get through the choke points though. No dilly-dallying, as they say at Wimbledon. Mixwell had the right idea, but not quite the right position. Daps creeping. Flashbangs will be avoided, but the Krieg will not. Mixwell surely being spotted now by Yell, who backs away. Perhaps he wasn't spotted. Yell checking CT spawn. Mixwell has to try and save this AWP now. You can see he fears a spray. Ooh, caught with a grenade in his hand. If that was a smoke, it would have been so perfect to allow him to escape, but it was a flashbang. Hiding in plain sight, Mixwell. There's one tag through the wall. Oh, that scared the crap out. Yeah, didn't see each other coming.
So, what was your sensitivity again, James?
What was it?
Yeah, what is it?
What is it?
Now.
1.5 at 800.
Okay, so TenZ is 1.1 at 800.
That's what I was essentially. I was 1.15, but I'm sure he plays with his arm on the table, where I played with my wrist on the table.
Right.
So, yeah.
You need to get your arm on the table, mate.
My problem is that my my mousing form is complete arse. I don't know how capable I am of changing, to be honest.
You can definitely. I made that change long time ago, but I was already 10+ years ingrained with what I was already doing before when I went into making that change. You can learn it for sure. It's literally what you're doing now. Just your form is just now resting on the table, so you can actually incorporate the additional techniques pretty easily from there, I would say.
How about that for a combo? Kusta with nowhere to go. All dressed up with nowhere to go. Whose lyrics are those? Maybe Kanye, I don't know.
Ball of lyrics.
One of Kanye's ghostwriters anyway.
Ooh, no one peeking it. Looking for some damage here with these pistols. INTZ will deny.
Rattling off some shots. The all too familiar sound of the Krieg. I would be sad if it got a physical nerf.
You like it the way it is? Everything about it?
It's kind of like... Do you know what? It's because I enjoyed using the Krieg. Obviously, I'm not saying I use it to the degree of like Elige or Breeze or something like that, but I always liked playing with the Krieg. The problem was I kept forgetting to buy it because I'm so used to just the muscle memory of B42, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I would buy an AK without even thinking. It just wouldn't be part of my thought process. See, it's like AWP or AK-47.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do like the added variety of a new gun in there.
And I was very fond of the 5.7, but since they nerfed it, like my aim's not good enough to pop people in the head every single time, although I think if I just slow down and try, then I will. So that's a separate thing. However, the current form of the 5.7 makes me sad. And I don't want the Krieg to make me sad as well. I want to be happy, Rambo. That's it. I want to be happy, man.
Pick her up on the desk. You'll be happier. I guarantee.
I've got like the two mouse nerds next to me. I'm straddled by mouse geeks. So
we just want to help you, though.
Maybe,
we just want to help you, man.
Maybe this is the week to. I'll sit at my table and you guys can be like, yes, maybe if you could do this over here.
Well, one of the reasons why it's interesting, like looking at certain setups and stuff, is like TenZ, for example. He has your sense, but you could see it, the way that he's able to control it. There's definitely lessons to be learned there, because you know, replicating players who have really good mechanics or backwards engineering it is, I mean, that's what you should look like ideally. Like you should be able to get there, right, or as close to it as possible. So what's the road there like?
45-ish seconds for INTZ as they establish the A with smokes. We have SHZ with a late lurk in B apartment, so if they go for that short plant, then we're looking at versus throw strats. Now, Kusta needs to make his way towards T-spawn. SHZ quickly gets a kill on Mixwell through the underpass. And that's going to keep Kusta in the mid position, which leaves Cloud9 with only 2 players really to defend this A bomb site. The bomb is still not planted somehow. 24 seconds on the clock, and INTZ really concentrating on the eliminations. The bomb is planted as it's a 2 versus 5, and all Cloud9 can do is look for the exit signs. Automatic with 2 HP. Kusta showing presence, trying to help defend the weapons, but he's taken too long. Pulls his knife out. Whatever that, yeah, these knives. These have become super popular.
Which one's that?
I don't know what it's called. There's too many knives now. There's a Navaja knife. I don't know if it's that.
It's a little picnic one.
Stiletto knife. Okay.
Stiletto knife.
People are laughing because I said Navaja.
What was that? What is it?
I don't know that. I don't know. 4 rounds in a row for INTZ. How about that?
Yeah, they're definitely bringing things together here, and they've got the money control. So everything's looking great. And the thing that's interesting is that they do definitely like want to scrap out. You know, they're finding a lot of spots to do that. It's been working quite nicely. He gets 157 in hand. HE doing some good damage, forcing Kusa to peek. That's an Eagle. It's very dangerous, but if you're blind or have no vision, you know, you can't do anything with it.
2 pistols remaining. INTZ with some prowess on Mirage.
A simple game plan. They're just ending A, and you were flaming earlier about the puggers just knowing A smokes on this map.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes that's all you need.
It's true.
You know, it's like the most easy, blatant strat. But if you just run it well, people hit their nades, you can scale in the site, and it's tough to stop.
That is a good point too, because the thing is that you can execute something bad, like the spectrum of a bad execution or a good execution of a thing is pretty wide. Like you can, like most people I see who run that strat in PUBG don't understand almost any part except the throwing those smokes.
They stand in the choke point and look for people, even though they've smoked them off.
Everyone just baits each other. That's why.
Yeah, nobody wants to go first.
No one understands what the first person's job is, or like what the first like spot is to hold, or where you want to end up post plant, or where you want to try to plant, or the kinds of spots the CT is going to push you from. Like just there's so many small things, right? That people just don't.
This was the pick of INTZ, actually. Cloud9 went for Train, which is interesting. Brazilians love themselves some Train. Still have Stockholm Syndrome from the Luminosity roster, where we were imprisoned by their Train picks and their lackluster T-sides.
Yeah. Waiting around forever and ever.
It's like I've forgotten the memories of the old Mouseport squad on those cobblestones at MLG Major. But LG will take a while to let go of those train halves.
I just want someone from INTZ to stand on the ledge above here where you throw the jungle smoke from, just because Daps has tried to take control of that, just like walking in a few times with flashbangs and so on. It's definitely a punishable play, but Cloud9 trying to get value here, still hanging out. INTZ know that they're there, but they still can't do anything about it. Kusa gets 2 kills. It's a trade, but the bomb is stuck in this position. That's it. The bomb's down, and Zan can't. They couldn't run their push. Get the push going.
Good combo. 16 HP for Zand with 27 seconds. As he just tried to run away. He smokes himself off. What can he do after that? 15 seconds now. Does he make the choice to die?
Trying to peek
essentially.
it. They have so much money, so it's, I guess, inconsequential either way, but you don't want to give up an AWP.
Smart from Cloud9, because they do not have so much money. And while they could chase him away, is it worth it for the long game? No. They've lost 5 rounds in a row. They need to keep their money together to spread the wealth in this round. So I like that awareness. Somebody's made the call. Call off the dogs.
That's a really the A ramp control has been a focal point for Cloud9 here and there. But it makes sense. It's a really good way to respond to. It's like the best way to stop an A rush.
Yeah, just don't even let them get to the ramp. I think a little bit sloppy there by INTZ. They could have pop flashed that or double peeked it.
Yeah, they knew they were there.
Landed one by one.
You're right.
3 players and no pop flash. Well, they've got money for this round, as we can see. The Kriegs are out once again with the AWP. Pop
So
flash for connector.
They have players coming out under underpass the same timing, so that's good. It's a really committed mid take here with 4 players, meaning that the extremities of the map, there are openings if there was to be a push, except Palace. But the apps and A ramp are open right now.
Brave play, trying to catch a CT off guard. Oh boy, in the dome. It's always the headshot with Mixwell, like a vintage Guardian. Always the overkill, 448 damage. There's Yell with the AWP. There is a chance for INTZ. 3 versus 4. Cloud9 players crawling all over the map though. That said, only INTZ is in the B bomb site. There's a flashbang from B for a peek in mid. Don't see those very often. The scope in was too late. The final players spread out, and now Yell's on the B bomb site. INTZ will simply wait. They know one is A and one is B, and that's the round over. Sanders in T spawn.
That he is. This will be interesting. Both of them are walking, so... Okay, well, Zan definitely has the edge here, surely. Yeah, there it is, but... It's not much good. Another round for Cloud9. Seems like Cloud9 have managed to control things here. I wouldn't be surprised to see INTZ really speed up the pace. Because that seems to be where they have better results too, when they can get, you know, fast aim battles, win a quick entry or two, and then just gain position quickly off of the back of that.
They've had all their success ending A slow. Mixwell getting away with an op shot there at the stairs at that corner. That's not where you want to be with an op mid game. That was a really big entry.
Initial exchange. Morse code communication by way of shrapnel. That's a... Look at the spread of that Molotov under the window. You couldn't ask for more than that.
Yeah, so it's the same round as before here from INTZ. But one major difference is that Mixwell is actually a market right now. He's not a connector. There's no one connector. So connector is for free. Obviously, there's a top con smoke from the T side to secure connector control.
Marvelous stuff. Automatic is position known. Oh my god. He's just so good. We may never appreciate how good. 5 versus 3. No sound cues. Destiny has found something in the corner of the smoke, but the creek spray isn't quite there. Aim for the head. There's a free kill, surely. Now it's Zand, and a 1 versus 3 steps are being made, but Daps... That was a little awkward. He hasn't got the bomb though. 20 seconds and the game has frozen. Okay, we're back. No good. I mean, all good, not no good. He may have a bomb plant in this. Then again, maybe he doesn't. 8 rounds for Cloud9.
James, it's been a year and roughly 9 months since the Boston Major. So we're coming up to 2 years since the Boston Major. And what's interesting for me with that is that neither Cloud9 nor FaZe since that point have looked as good as they were at the Boston Major. So it's almost 2 years.
Yeah, not even close.
I am disappointed.
Yeah.
Dan.
2 huge brands, 2 very exciting brands.
I wish it never ended. You know why?
Yeah.
Because Cloud9 just disintegrated afterwards, and
Yeah.
Skadoodle retired. Not immediately
I
afterwards,
hope he
but
comes
still.
back. He might come back, I reckon.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully his live streaming gig fails completely so he can come back. And that's how you want to hold down the A bomb site. Molotov behind the smoke grenade. Really hard for the T's to make a play through that. And they've dumped a lot of their utility INTZ. They've got Molotovs in the flash here and there. That's about it. They spread out, they reset. Kusa's gone through the smoke. He could get picked off though if INTZ push. But now they've got 2 around the A bomb site, which normally means an A play, but then 3 in B apps. Trying to reset the situation with the time they have available to them. Bomb's been spotted in B apartments, and they're going to head over with some risk limitation, it seems. Bomb drops a Cello. Mixwell will spot 1 cross, but how long can he hold this angle for? He knows the player's in the site. Got to reposition, and there is a delivery. And Cello doesn't commit because the other 2 players towards the A bomb site are starting to creep and take the site now. A long rotation. But they've got somehow a man advantage and a lot of map control.
This is a great call from INTZ. They've got very good position. Completely right, James. Everything's unknown for Cloud9. They've been completely outmaneuvered. Really good play here from INTZ. It's actually really interesting because there was a couple things ironically working against Cloud9. They had automatic on a ramp, hearing that, I think it was Daps that died or something. Automatic hears that they're running back. Or I think maybe it was Kusta. Whoever it was, they hear that they're rotating. TenZ's already pushed, but sees nothing. It comes back to spot the bomb. So at that point, Cloud9 are kind of everywhere, and they've acted on a bunch of information that's become bad. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah, as soon as the bomb was spotted, B halls, INTZ instantly dropped bomb, the guy with low HP, and then they fell back to A, while the B guy continued faking. Yeah, really good call.
That's really cool. It's nice mid-rounding. What is your sensitivity run?
I use 2.35 sensitivity with 400 DPI.
Okay. Calculate this.
Similar to mine then, at 800 I suppose. Mixwell firing off with the 5-7. Last round of the first half, smoke goes up towards the B apartment. Will it come soon enough? 1T's gone beyond it, but he's behind the flames at the same time. TenZ's got to be careful. Put himself a nice angle, but doesn't have himself a headshot. Look at the duels now. Cello, really fast reactions from him. That leaves Daps alone with a CZ and not much else to speak of. Trying to stop INTZ from getting to 7 rounds. He knows there's a lurker in apartments. Maybe there's a kit on the way, but might just be about stat padding at this point. So I just realized his inventory is kind of on brand with the blue, and maybe why he got rid of the red. But he'll be left covered in red as INTZ get the last round of the first half. It is kept close at half-time. Can INTZ win their pick? Find out after the break.
Up your game. 128 Tick servers for the smoothest, most responsive gaming experience ever. Ensure you game seamlessly with our state-of-the-art FACEIT anti-cheat. Track your progress with advanced stats within your community, country, or region. This is the true ranked experience. Sign up now at faceit.com.
Cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to cs.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
Right, it's a close game, but do INTZ have it in them to bring about the end of a Cloud9 victory on Mirage? They have as good a chance as any. Do it here. They've got themselves a B rush to defend against, and they got the nades.
Yeah, it's random.
Oh
Where's the oh
boy!
Where's the next one? There it is. It's a lot of reds. Oh man, but they got to finish off the kills, and then the bomb can go down, and that's a huge win. Given everything that INTZ had to stop this, Cloud9 have a 4v3 after plant.
The Krieg plant. The
Krieg
Krieg's
plant,
guaranteed.
yeah.
Kusta creeping through the smoke.
Now they should throw the round, James.
Oh dear. Well, SHZ now down to 1 HP. I'm interested to see what buy they have if they win the round.
Oh,
Ooh.
hide. He's got a delay.
Here's the footsteps. SHZ going for the... He has to hold it. That's the only choice he has, but he doesn't believe that it can be true, and Daps does start to creep, and the round is won by Cloud9 now.
My goodness, the perfect counter with 2 HE nades.
It is so much damage with nades. Can we see utility damage? I guess it's the second half, so we're not going to see, like... Maybe... Who was it? Who threw the nades? It was Destiny and...
Sand and Cello.
Oh, Sand and Cello.
So yeah, it is unsurprisingly a better buy, having won the rounds rather than lost it.
Should be cool.
But how like the gap between the two isn't as great as you might think it would be before the economy changes.
201 damage through the nades. Yeah, nice. It'd be cool to see like a big damage value floating up above where the nade connects. Do you think, James?
No.
No, it's not Borderlands.
Sounds like you want to play Fortnite or something. Arcadey games.
Just in the spec client.
You're more of a Ridge Racer than Gran Turismo.
We have the Cloud9 team coming back towards A here, and there is a setup with 2 players, but they're going for the push and Palace. And, well, they get the kill there, but they are locked out of the bomb site almost. Except with the defensive smoke, that's actually going to help out quite significantly. Able to isolate into a 1 versus 1. Teammates still in the Palace position. Destiny not really able to get out though. And there is actually time bought for the rotation. This is suddenly a bit scary because in comes Destiny looking for the planter. He can't find the kill in time. 2 versus 2 now as he tries to make his way off the Palace position. Zan, that MP9 looking to hold it down at distance, but against the 8K47 he can't do it. It's great effort though. They almost made it work.
Double figures now for Cloud9. Mixol popping about. Ooh, lining up for him. Take a ticket.
It's a huge double.
Yeah, that was scary. If you're Cloud9, you're watching that. Trying to plant. 3 on 4, you know there's 1 A Palace. But they were able to set up some really good crossfires. Kusta with that connector stair position. Able to lock them down in CT and take out the A Palace player.
Plays towards the B bomb site. Cloud9 keep it simple. One play back for that deep grenade. The timing is absolutely perfect with the fly through the window. That's the information man going out with the Mach 10. So far, so bloody good. Yell's in the ladder room with a USP. There isn't much really to be offered by the likes of INTZ at this point. They've been outmaneuvered on the B bomb site. They've got 3 Deagles, which they may as well try to pick up some rifles with. Destiny will make his way to try and collect the weapon perhaps a bit later on, but no. Automatic is behind the boxes. The driving seat is underneath Cloud9 at the moment. INTZ soon on the buy. Yell's kept money for an AWP, it seems. 5,500. So more than that.
Do you know, James, that you can smoke stairs, jungle, and CT on the A site, all from the underpass stairs, or just like above the top of the underpass stairs? You can smoke all of that from there.
I knew the jungle smoke.
I've seen that
like
one.
the jungle connector smoke. Yeah, but I always I forgot it twice now.
Yeah, you can smoke all that from the B apps. Obviously, like the trajectory of the nades, that's going to be an issue, but it's definitely helpful if you just have like one maybe, and you're trying to fake with 2 players on a round or something, and they throw the other 2.
The jungle smoke could be interesting with the pop flash from top mid.
Yes.
So if somebody's facing connector from outside it,
you can do top
they'd be exposed. I know, but if you do the jungle connector smoke instead, and the pop flash from top mid would likely net you a frag unless it was an AWP. We got Cloud9 trying to make plays into the A bomb site with mixed results. SHZ is position unknown for now, but he's losing personnel. Low health Cloud9 players. But somehow still a 2 versus 1. Automatic flying through the smoke. And that leaves Mixwell with 11 HP creeping. He's put himself into a corner quite literally. Zand with an off angle. Now Mixwell may just hold position here. He could be anywhere. He could go towards B.
Yeah, he could sit there for 50 seconds.
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
You have this HP.
Oh, he doesn't feel the same way though. He's just going to stand
Sound
up on the box. The problem now is he has to get off quietly, which is... Oh, he's done it. I found that very... Oh, Zan with the timing. Oh. Okay. Oh, Mixwell went straight for the plant. Yeah. Okay, well there you go then. He's just gone straight for the... I felt like he could have waited at least another 20 seconds.
I think so. I think you have to make the CT think you had time to fall back to B. And because when you're just so low HP like that, your best hope is to hopefully get the plant off and then get in like a sneaky post-plant position. And yeah, he had more time to play with, and he kind of just rushed the plant there.
Maybe he didn't think it through fully and just jumped up onto the box for the peak and then realized that there's a risk of a sound cue and he had to get off the box because he's exposed now, and then he felt like he just had to go for the plant or something. I'm not sure. This is what I was talking about before, that Cloud9 should do more against, rather INTZ should have done against Cloud9, but it seems like Automatic just gets wrecked there. There goes the push from Destiny. Cloud9 coming in hot from connector. Straight from his hands. It's going to be difficult for Cloud9 to find their way out of this one. Mixwell will fall back to the off though. Daps has found his way into market. Except the kill onto Cello. And now it's just Zan on the B bomb side. He's all alone. They know where he is now. That's not good. He's about to get pincered as well. In comes...
It's got a nice angle. Daps with 12 HP. Will secure the bomb plants at the very least, but is he able to reposition? Creeping by the short pillar. Did wonder, but my questions were answered. PDQ pretty damn quickly.
Yeah, and I think if you're automatic there, you got to be frustrated. You've got the angle, you're waiting for the push, and Destiny got the double headshot with the FAMAS.
Yeah.
Or not the headshot, but you know, still getting the kill with the FAMAS. That's twice automatic's been pushed on.
Yeah, he had the perfect position, everything. Like, he had all the advantage. Yeah, that was quite surprising. well, it's going to be interesting because INTZ get a chance now to build some momentum. They'll have the money control. You know, making the jump across the catwalk. Oh, there's no smoke there though, and if there's no smoke, you're pretty exposed.
That's an opt down.
And that's also something that I've been punished by doing this exact play as well against pistols. When they don't smoke top mid because they want to just face, and they all want to swing together, then you get kind of wrecked.
Yeah, if you have good spawns, it's you know, good angle to multi-swing out top mid. It's hard a peek from window.
Now Mixwell has an AWP. So this round suddenly became very dangerous very quickly.
Daps, he has a smoke, 2 flashes, and he's an ace solo, so maybe he's gonna do some kind of fake. Or
Jungle smoke or something to protect his teammates coming out connector, or what are we looking at?
Oops. See, automatic immediately moves to fish for something. There's the flashes from Daps. Oh, lived quite a few seconds there. Well, he's got the information for his teammates. There'll be a default plant and the smoke up. There isn't time to do anything about it. There's still an AWP for Mixwell. How much information does he have? Smokes are up and he'll use it as cover. Misses his shot though. How many opportunities is he going to get for this? Looking over the smoke, but they're coming in around triple. Automatic in the smoke. He's being looked for though by Zand. Very important kill. INTZ make it to 10.
If he gets that kill, I actually think the other guy's on the bomb, so that would have been interesting. But yeah, good recovery from INTZ. That could have been significantly worse. Mixwell was in a position to win the round, and he wasn't able to find the shot. If he kills the player on the stairs, he's able to post up to defend against the CT players, and all of a sudden it's looking very bad for INTZ, so pretty crazy stuff. The Creeks are out. The Penta Creek. Right, what we got here for Cloud9? It's a top mid smoke. Are they gonna go fast to connector, or what is this? Double flash into connector there. Connector has been smoked off by the CTs.
Oh, be careful.
it's interesting crosshair placement.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it seems like he thinks someone's already in.
I think he's trying to bait a shot by doing that, you know, because he's swinging his gun past the angle.
Oh.
That's really funny.
Yeah, next
Looks
level.
like playing danger zone for the spin bots. Starting to push into the B bomb site now. Zand, hello? Okay, got there in the end. 3 players left. Got the flying stickers on the Go TV. And Cloud9 making out of the window as Zand repositions, but there's more to deal with and they'll be dealt with, but Mixwell will surely also be dealt with as the last man for Cloud9 on the B bomb site.
What a weird round.
That's a great way to peek. Like a jiggle peek.
Oh,
The spin bot jiggle peek.
the gun barrel, yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah, when you drop that smoke at the end as well, it really feels like it's such a struggle. It's such a fine timing to get out of the B apartments.
Yeah, I mean, if you get spotted early, like Cloud9 did, and then you have still nades left over on CT side, it's really tough to come out of that little choke.
So they're going to go fast with a flashbang up the A ramp before the smokes bloom. And it's not going to do too much. Just Mixwell left trying to extract some damage if he possibly can. And he absolutely can. And he's got a minute to play with to find another kill. And you see the economy here for INTZ is not good, so each of these kills is it's extremely impactful. And I love that Mixwell's doing this, like going for a big rotation. Got all this time, this is not a bad way to see. Oh, he's gonna go through, is he gonna go through B? That would be actually kind of sick. Got all the time in the world to do this. No one on catwalk, but he doesn't know that, of course. So he has to start walking.
Yeah, and I think, you know, on close matches like this, every kill matters. You have an opportunity to spend some time to reposition and come from a new angle. If you can take a CT out, you could take like 4 to 5K. Almost gets the double D chest shot.
It's
So
close.
INTZ taking the lead. This is, you're in kind of pressure situation now. Cloud9 now on the back foot. They've been pretty much getting smashed the last 5 rounds. We'll see if they try to take mid control, and they have been able to get it successfully the rounds before, but they're not really utilizing it to split the sites. I'd like to see them take mid and either split A or split B.
Creeping. I mean, NIP used to do that. I want to say it was, actually I don't know who it was, but they'd throw a molly and then spray into the kitchen. Somebody is there, not many places they can go. No spray on this occasion. No sound cues from Cloud9. Looks like there'll be a late smoke of the windows. You can see they're still automatic in T-spawn. So they'll try and get the maximum out of their utility. How about that smoke grenade? What do you do now? Your timing has been absolutely ruined. And as you can see, they only had one player top mid in Mixwell with the bomb. So he can't go too far forward as he's been isolated from his teammates.
Okay, so they're going to go and try to sell something on A with Kusta. I like the lurk smokes here a lot. I started doing that very often. It's very strong to get these lurk smokes out, even if you don't play around them. There goes Kusta trying to create some level of distraction, at least on the A side. It wasn't successful enough, I don't think. We'll have to see if Cloud9 can get into the bomb site. That first pick is going to go a long way to do so, but they have to deal with Cello as well, and they will. And then there was only 2 for INTZ, now just 1. This has gone very well. That looks like
Surprisingly well for jumping out B.
yeah.
Entry
well.
of the AWP. That was wild.
And Kusa just walking up A ramp, taking 2 players down to like 15 HP.
That lurk smoke you don't see, it's very rare. You see that one now on the T side. Can give you some one-ways.
I use it all the time, James. In Pugs.
Yeah, you're one of 12 million players, Dan. Just so you know.
And not playing professional Counter-Strike.
Also that.
Yeah, no, it's awesome to see. Now, lurk smokes are really strong in this game.
Yeah, it's like it's really annoying when you're CT because it's like you have to respect it because they could be either a sandwich, they can get on top of the Tetris, or they can play that one way to the left, like James was saying.
Yeah,
it's a value smoke.
yeah, and especially like there's so many spots where if you have put play around it for in a few rounds, now you can start throwing it and not be there, and it's going to create a big delay, at least occupying one player's attention. Playing out some nades as well. Going back to this angle once more. Cloud9 going for B presence into late mid take, I think. We've got 2 players top mids. Dabs has the option to go under pass now.
4 players in A.
That's quite the gamble. Already trusting that Zan can hold on to that B apartments by himself and B bomb site.
Sometimes from a T perspective, because you can't go one area because of a forward smoke, you kind of have to go there to some degree because you'll expect to stack elsewhere. Like a deep smoke on banana. You've got to retake it just to spread them thin, and you can see Cloud9 moving into a split of the B bomb site.
Oh man.
And this is going to be a save for INTZ. If Xand gets taken out, which he should, oh my god, maybe it's not going to be. He's actually going to be able to rotate and survive, buy time for his team. They've got to clear his position. He will get taken out eventually, but with 2 kills, I mean, if there was 1, maybe it's a safe, but there's a man advantage for INTZ. They don't have all the utility in the world and only 1 player with a defuse kit. So how far do they want to invest into this? They've got market, and SHZ is moving into short.
You're right, James. That extra kill could actually bait them all in, and they may lose everything. So this is kind of an interesting spot. Another kill, they're definitely going for it now. And Cloud9, they can't win any battles here. Mixer's got to play really cautiously now. They know where he is. Trying to find these jiggles. They're getting on the bomb for the pressure. Mixwell, not sure who to shoot at. And I have to say, I am shocked that INTZ, even though Zan got those 2 kills, that it went this way. That's crazy. Very well done to them.
It's a tough angle to peek when you're T-side and you're swinging cat. Next guy's zoomed in on bench.
Yeah.
It's going to take you so long. By the time you figure out where you're even being shot from, depending on where you're peeking first, it's too late.
It is I find it really difficult, that position, without a scope. Even when you're playing like native resolution, it feels like very hard to differentiate between the player model's head and parts of the bench or whatever. It's pretty difficult.
Harassment in the palace.
It's 2 kills.
Yeah.
For automatic, that's massive. And think about all the nades that those CTs are carrying. There's so much utility just gone.
What lineup is this, Monsieur Daps? Looks like it's for the door of the market.
That'd be my guess.
No, it's another window one, but it's really inside the window.
That's a pretty awesome window smoke.
What's cool is that it's much faster than the other one, so you have less time to wait for it to pop. It's less telegraphing your intentions. That's my problem with the normal window smoke from the corner aiming at the top of that pillar. It just takes so long to land. It's like, hey, we're coming. Get ready. Don't forget your HE grenades.
I want to learn that one. That looks really sick. It's instantly popped. So cool. And it's really hard to like improv a perfect window smoke where you don't bloom some of the smoke out the window too much.
Yeah, you want to try to get it to blow up inside market as close as possible, so you don't allow the CTs kind of lurk out of it. And automatic, punishing that push. I was questioning the repeat there from him, but he was able to pick up that 2nd kill, get the information on the 3rd A player. So earlier we saw automatic losing these battles, but he was able to pick up a big one here.
It's actually, I don't know the last time I saw a 3-man investment into Palace on a gun round as well. That's very unusual.
Yeah.
It works out for Cloud9, that's for sure.
Automatic makes his way into Palace. Bomb left in a spot to be rotated later on. And once again, he's offered a kill. Yep. Mixwell was closer, I mean faster to the angle, but not faster on the trigger, it seems. 4 versus 5 now for Cloud9. This one going down to the wire. The sound cues fall off once again. A resmoke off connector. This thing could get 2. Somehow Cloud9 come out of that on top. 3 versus 3 with a minute 10 on the clock. Automatic clearing the close ramp position. SHZ could be very dangerous if he's offered a kill. There is a flashbang for CT though. There's the molly for Shadow. A lot of information. The bomb is on the ramp. Kusa looking for a reaction towards short from connector. All 3 CTs are here.
Ooh, that was close. INTZ does get the bomb down though, and Cloud9 will escape into post-bomb positions. SHZ unable to hit the hands. And this is not looking good here for Cloud9. Automatic though, big kills with the Krieg. What a peak. It's a triple for him. He's going to rotate all the way around, or maybe not. He's going to suggest that he is and now start walking back. And into the scope, SHZ will walk, and INTZ will come off with the frag. 14-13, massive victory there. Look at the money for INTZ. They really are hurting.
problems now in the INTZ camp. Late game, horrible time to have your money broken, but here they are. Looks like they're going to eco and play against match point most likely. Only 2 Desert Eagles. Risky investment to go beyond this. Such is the nature of the situation. Cloud9, see what they choose to do.
Well, they choose to go in today, and they will have success. Good double. This is one of those hopeless rounds for INTZ. As well, here he goes.
Gets away with that.
Match point. 2 match points for Cloud9. They've got 2 buys available to them. Will they keep that slow pace and try to dry out INTZ and make them dump what utility they may have? They'll know this will be a struggle. Or will they just try to burst into a site? 2 methods of approach. There are more, of course. Standard default. With reasonable pacing. Can pull the decision out with Tombola. We've got 2 players making their way in the underpass. Reminds me of the Threat era split of B apartments on a CT side for Ninjas in Pyjamas. Always executed it on the wrong round when the T's were elsewhere.
And it looks like that's the case here.
Yeah.
Oh,
now
no.
what? What's the plan B? Or the second stage of this?
Sometimes like a late lurk out of underpass back into mid can really catch off the T's, but we'll see if that's the case here, because are they checking for that? I'm not sure that they are, so Destiny could find a timing here. Maybe, surely he's got to make a move now. Start moving forward, he's not looking above though. Jumping straight in front of Destiny, TenZ will go down. And just needs to smoke himself off. And join the push with Yell, who's already pushed B-Apps. And in comes the push away. There's nothing really else that Cloud9 can really do at this point, given the positioning, so they have to make these frags work.
Well, Cloud9 have a player in jungle. I think they just smoked it off. Okay, it's connector, they smoked off. Cello gets taken out. SHZ is in the Palace position. Got 2 CTs making their way to Palace. This could be a really interesting bait setup, especially with the time on the clock. SHZ will stop the plant now. If he goes down, his teammate can bait him. He will fall. They've got a plant again. This is perfect from INTZ. Surely they don't look for Yell. 20 seconds, they have to be successful. They've got to look everywhere else. Automatic taken down, and that's got to be it. 13 seconds, and INTZ have made the right plays. 2 plays in the underpass. Bait set up in Palace. And they're not out of this yet.
Yeah, that's a pretty intense bait setup. Oh my god. That was so solid.
That is how you play a bait.
Wow. I was really unsure when I saw the second player going Palace. I'm like, is that the best way to do this? But it worked out really well.
Yeah, what a strange round. There's a whole lot of movement on the map.
Yeah.
Kind of awkward situations and timings for both teams.
Like stuck in underpass whilst there's a mid take going on. Cloud9 opt to go towards A, but there was a B site that was actually kind of open to them. Yeah, it's really, really bizarre. But as James said, no, regardless of win or loss, Cloud9 had another buy in them, and here it is. 4 Creeks, the AWP. INTZ looking pretty strong despite the lack of AWP themselves. Okay, the Palace take from Automatic. He's definitely going to be hot and high alert. The amount of times INTZ push this. And with this setup, it kind of feels like Cloud9 are just going to try to go in for an A split here. Although they don't really have that much personnel in mid to take everything, so we'll see how they execute this.
Yeah, and this is going to be a huge battle here. Whoever gets his kill and open up this side of the map.
Straight in the dome. This looks like overtime to me. Can quickly turn around. Kusa trying to make plays. That's a good start. Hasn't taken too much damage. Smoke to create some space once again. Do they bother to retrieve the bomb at this point?
This is what we're talking about. You drop the lurk smoke and then you peace out. We'll see if that actually has any impact. Oh man, Mixwell can't find what he's looking for in the window.
35 seconds. Do they go for a B play? Daps is in connector. Not easy to get out though with 4 players alive.
Cloud9's gotta move.
Easy trying to bait for his teammate. Is Mixwell still in the ladder room? Cutting off the rotation. The bomb's heading towards B. Daps is selling the A bomb play. And with 12 seconds on the clock, this is a great reaction from Cloud9. They've got the high ground as well, which is so important for the retake. Kusa hides by the bench. Mixwell delivers a shot. Did he spot the player on short? I think he may have. Yes, Kusa's seen him now. There he goes. What a turnaround from Cloud9. 1 versus 1. They're both low. No grenades, no kit for Destiny. How on earth does he do this? Mixwell not peeking just yet. Oh, he's going to find an angle! Is there time to do this? I think there is. Yeah, he's got this.
He's got it, I think. Yep.
Whew.
Oh my god.
Man, that would have been a terrible round to lose by INTZ. They had all the advantages there, but that pick from Daps opened up that B site.
It's overtime, but before it resumes, we will head to a quick break. See you back here shortly. And we're back because the admin forgot to pause. That's fine. More action and faster. It's all good. Let's do it. So, first round of overtime. The sides will continue. The teams will continue on the same sides, I meant to say. So let's see how it begins. Passive towards top mid for Cloud9. Nobody in the underpass just yet. INTZ are curious. He'll makes his way towards short. Expecting some kind of aggression, I suppose. Destiny's fallen back to connector.
Okay, so looking for a little something, and he's going to get it. That's a great pick to find, and Cello will rue the day he hung out in window for too long. Punished in the extreme, and there's very little utility remaining here. And even though Kusa dies in connector, the damage may already have been done. We'll have to see if FACEIT can handle this position. The double is huge, and that leaves just Automatic and Daps to make this push work, and neither of them are on the site just yet. Looks like they will make their way to that site. Going for the plant, protected from the flames just about. Ooh, Destiny over through the smoke. Now Daps in the 1 versus 2. Wow, what a recovery.
Yeah, that's not a fight that usually win from Destiny, pushing through that smoke. So that was
So like he was kind of in the smoke still. Like, how could he even see?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Then it's like I don't know if he was pre-firing at that angle or if he flicked, but either way, that won him the round. And really brave play walking through that smoke. Pays off. And the CT player just YOLOing push. He sensed that kind of A exec, and he just rushed into A ramp, killing 2, catching Cloud9 completely off guard.
Plays were made. And what do Cloud9 do? Op comes out on Mixwell. Always gets a bit weird when you get to overtime.
Weird is good. Who wants to be normal?
I don't think anyone ever saves strats for overtime, for example.
That would be somewhat silly. That would be preparing to fail, essentially. INTZ with the lead in overtime. We'll see if the climate in mid changes early round. Got more creeping. This hasn't always gone the way of the player on the upper level in this game. 3 players top mid for Cloud9. Behind the boxes, creeping, looking for a response. But INTZ are deep. They're making plays towards B, and they are very heavily invested in A. Destiny very close left in Palace. Automatic surely can't deal with this. He's just too high up. That's the lurker taken out, and Cloud9 are static elsewhere. Window smoke, top con smoke. Bomb in B apartments. They could go for a split. Cello and Zand on the balcony. And they start to move in for that 2-pronged assault. Clearing the ladder room. INTZ wondering what's going on. Still got Daps in connector. Again, he's going to be the man to try and sell something. He's gone past the player in connector. 38 seconds on the clock. And surely it's a free frag. No!
Oh, here we go. Oh my gosh. Okay, headshots being found left and right. He needed position on the side. That was the time he had to make a forward play like that. Unfortunate for him to get caught. And just some excellent headshots coming in this round from Cloud9. You can't do much against that.
And I think if you're Zan there, you hide. He opted to peek cat, and he got spotted. And I think, yeah, right there. I think Zan, he should have lurked it up more. I don't think Cloud9 would have expected another player deep. As deep in B, that late round.
16 apiece. 2 AWPs for INTZ in the last round, Zand with the second. And it looks like that's his job this time, is to show lots of presence in that mid position with a big focus on A from Cloud9, maybe trying to pull INTZ out of position. INTZ have got 3 players towards B. Destiny in the underpass, clearing the area, but can they rotate fast enough? FACEIT has a lot to do, unable to do it. He's the only man on the bomb sites at the moment, although Zand has rotated towards CT with the AWP. Cloud9 still in the checkpoints for now, looking for a response, and Daps is about to get flanked. There he goes. Cloud9 not giving too many sound cues away, but now things start to speed up.
Indeed, they do. On the side, going for the plant. Double orbs here, looking to activate. Sam will be the first to try to take some peeks, but just keeping himself protected. Now, there is some retake utility. Destiny has most of it. The Molly's going to be key. Molly's going to be sailing towards fireboxes, which will put Mixwell into the open, setting him up to be taken down by Cello. That's the start for INTZ. Now they start to move forwards. Another pick from the orbs, starting to do damage. Now the spray transfer does nothing, and the double orb retake actually works out. It feels like there's a lot of these situations where INTZ are, I wouldn't say I would say at a disadvantage, but they still somehow manage to engineer a comeback into the rounds. Good stuff from them.
There's a big flank mid, and clearing mid, and that opened up a full retake on A. Although it was 4-on-4, the Cloud9 just didn't have any utility to defend the bomb site.
And I'm curious to see as well what Cloud9 CT will look like, given that they did have money woes on their first half, so they, that might be something that they're saying, hey, we've got money, this is going to be easy compared to when we were struggling on that first half.
Yeah, we'll see if INTZ elects to go into A. They had a lot of success doing just those simple A execs, so we'll see if they do that or some kind of fake.
They really liked the 4-player mid takes as well, 2 underpass, 2 top mids. That was something we saw fairly common, be fairly common with them. Cloud9, I wonder, based off of what they saw in regulation, if they'll get particularly aggressive in any positions.
Yeah, I think though, just in general, it's kind of a risky play, and when it's an OT and like it's overtime, just kind of that added pressure. Typically, you're more reluctant not to push because you don't want to be the guy that loses a round.
Yeah.
Connect to smoke. Yes. And the CT smoke. And the response comes through, but there's still lots of utility remaining for INTZ. 3 players for Cloud9 invested in the A bomb site. INTZ moving away, perhaps to offer something towards B. We see a shuffle, maybe for utility. SHZ brings the smoke towards A, as does Zand. Yell has a smoke as well.
Interesting. It's like some kind of double fake. Now they're going to fake A, and then those 2 players underpass, or they're going to boost window or try to come up con.
We've got Kusa top mid looking for a lurker. Automatic in a short position. Yeah, there's the boost lining up, but can Kusa do something about it? Is he in position? He's gone too deep. They abandon the short boost, the window boost rather, and they make their way in towards the A bomb site. They're finding the frags. Mixwell can see nothing so far. Kusa's on the flank. 32 seconds. It may take a while for the bomb to get planted, but I don't know if he'll have an angle for it necessarily. Destiny by bench will punish. No kills in this round for Cloud9 just yet. There's a tag, but there we go. Bomb plant is denied for the time being. 18 seconds to plant it, and it needs to drop back to the site now.
Actually gets the leg of Yell there.
Ouch. Oh, automatic, he had that. It's not every day you peek down there and you see 2 people standing there trying to boost. So it's kind of those moments where you don't know, like you just get paralyzed for a second because you don't know if you should shoot or like spray, or it's like a weird visual that you see that.
Yeah.
That slight hesitation. He didn't know who to shoot. Those were a big opportunity there. And then Kusa losing that fight connector. Got them back in the round.
Oh dear. Not the start they wanted. There's great cover for Kusta as well. All of a sudden, 2 versus 5. 2 HP. But where is SHZ? Trying to play off of his teammate before he is expired. Nothing is given for free.
I really like this because, I wanted to see more of this from Cloud9 in the regulation, because they're just punishing specifically how the configuration of this mid default works from INTZ, and they didn't really have any variations. They always had 2 under, 2, and then 2 coming top mid. Really good punish, but they do have to finish it, and looks like there's still plenty of time here for INTZ to work the map. And Cloud9, they have 2 orbs, so having 2 orbs is really nice in spots like this, just because the T's, it's unlikely that they're going to want to give away the element of surprise. They're going to contact in. So you can pick some pretty good spots, and sometimes you just get so fortunate as to catch a player walking into your angle, or something similar to that. Or you have the ability for INTZ here, who's able to play very safe. Or DAPS it is even, sorry, not INTZ.
Yeah, Cloud9 playing super passive. They're going to just allow them to plant A. But that actually gives INTZ a chance. So,
but INTZ is moving into CT. Again, it's time to defend the bomb sites. They understand the situation. There's a flashbang before they even start. Can he find the angle? He can, and that's going to be the round.
Oh, they're waiting it out as well. It's an HE. DAPS is an HE. DAPS. He had an HE.
I think he was on B.
Was he?
I think so. One of them was on B.
Oh.
2 bomb sites to defend.
I thought he was on A. I misread the numbers.
I think it was B, not 100%. But anyway, very back and forth affair. All the rounds being traded so far in overtime. That does not bode well for Cloud9, since they're against game point at the moment. Mixwell just about spots the jump, but no connection on this occasion. INTZ showing some presence top mid. Behind 2 smoke grenades, not much can be seen. Cloud9 putting 3 players in towards the B bomb site, but INTZ is on the balcony with an AWP looking through, so surely they'll start to rotate towards A. Automatic has gone to join INTZ, even though I can see from the radar INTZ is a very deep angle. And there is the rotation from Automatic now. So they'll try and keep an eye on mid maybe. Here come the grenades. They can have 4 players on the A bomb site very quickly. Mixwell goes towards triple. Is there a Molotov for him? Shadow's cleared out. So is Sandwich. Oh, so many targets. Delivers the first one, but only one.
That's big though, as he only got a chance to fire a single shot. There's a follow-up from Kusta. Daps as well, doing some good damage. They go for the transfer, but that's going to be another overtime. Cloud9 just barely getting it done there, and their adjustments felt pretty good into their CT side. And for me, seeing that, I'm encouraged to feel like Cloud9 will probably win this. I think we can expect increasingly good CT sides from them.
I don't know, man. 50. I think I am also leaning slightly towards Cloud9, but I'm not really confident in either direction.
I think they're making pretty good adjustments.
Yeah, it's like if INTZ, I mean, they finish A like 90% of the time, so I'd like to see them do something B here or take mid.
We'll see which it is to be soon enough.
Not too long to find out. Again, they will continue on the same sides. Five Kriegs on deck. Not every team needs an AWP on the T side of Mirage.
Got
More
all
of a-
5 players facing B.
Yeah.
It's
Smoke up top mid. And maybe you will see that B bomb site play you were looking for very, very quickly. Maybe they are expecting a focus to be towards the mid position, but it seems that Cloud9 are ready or expectant of something. Another HE is to be delivered, and that's some good starting damage. Blind though, how do they follow up so many smokes? Variants being invited. Automatic's got a weird angle though. And he's got Mixwell here as well. He's playing protection, but there are stereo frags for INTZ. 4 versus 2 on the B bomb site, despite Cloud9 being somewhat prepared. Oh
yeah.
no! Kusta just overplayed. As I said, you felt it. You felt it. He stopped, and you just realized he's like, why am I not in the corner? You felt it. I felt it.
It's so funny because sometimes it's like your brain sometimes doesn't understand. Do you know there's like this lag, like I am moving.
There
but
was
I am
a 2
stuck.
or 3 seconds while he was running into Kusta.
Yeah. It's
Why am I
it's a
still in
weird
this
one.
position?
It's such a weird one. I had that the other day where I
love that he crouched as well. He instantly realized the crouch 180, so as not to get headshot.
The worst is when you have it in a smoke, because like sometimes you're in a smoke, so maybe you're like, I'm just stuck on something, like on a wall or something like that, I lose track.
That's a random smoke right there in front of like Catwalk, in front of E-Box. I don't know who threw that, but that blocked off the angle from the 2 CT players that were looking up into B hall.
Well, there's the first round of the second overtime for INTZ.
Going back to it again, look at this mid push coming in there, that's going to be a fast rotation into B.
Oh boy.
It feels like Cloud9 understand what's going on here.
Ten's in the smoke, feels dangerous, avoiding the flashbang. Surely there's more collisions to come. Oh my god, how many is it going to be? 1, 2, almost a third. Has he done enough though? Daps has taken out Yell in the meantime. Automatic is creeping around the smoke. Looking for Zan to have a peek, and there's a free kill for him. Cello with 5 HP is going to fall as well. Face first, 19 apiece.
Nice, a heads-up play there by Tens. He gets mollied off, and instead of going passive, he pushes into the smoke, lets a couple players by, and then finds the timing to push through the smoke. Big plays are by Tens.
Kobe again. Interesting. Right after you say they hit A 90% of the time, it's like
Yeah, right.
B constantly. There's 10's spot 1. Fast reaction here, dropping the molly under the window. But INTZ a little bit of lag there on the push. Kenzo does take down 1. That's not bad, all things considered. But Automatic by the bench is fairly exposed, has to reposition. Good work from him, maneuvering around the bomb site, keeping INTZ guessing. and they are stuck in the mud. The flank on the way through the B apartments, leaving them little option but to try to just fight, scrap out on the bomb site. Destiny with a smoke kill made things a little bit easier, but this flank is timely. However, might want to pause until there's some distraction. And Kusta activated a little bit too soon there. It's a weird one because either Kusta activates and tries to get his two teammates through market, or the market players try to push, allowing Kusta to flank.
Yeah.
Oh, that HE grenade was perfect.
Well, the bomb's still not down as well. And here it is. There's still plenty of time. Okay, well, creeks. And then there were creeks. 2 rounds for INTZ, that's a big result moving into the CT side. Got to favor them now.
Yeah, and that's an interesting switch up. It be 3 rounds in a row, not even trying to take mid or not much A presence at all. Just went straight into the B.
Here we go again. Cloud9 now with the creek time. They've been absent in a lot of their, in a lot of their rounds on their T side. We'll see what they choose to do here. Mixwell will have the AWP. Can't see. I think he's got a middling spawn. Let's see. Yeah. Not an amazing spawn in any direction. Usual beginning. Daps behind the boxes. And again, INTZ have 2 players in the underpass. And they've got the gap angle. This has beared fruit in more than 1 round. Again, it's a slow start from Cloud9, but once INTZ start moving in the underpass position, will they close things out once again? Ten's actually looking for this, it seems. There we go. That timing is absolutely brutal. But will they expect a second player? Oh, that is going to turn around, lining up for Zand. They really can't lose this round, Cloud9. That would mean game point for INTZ. So much potential now for the Brazilian to smoke on the balcony to create space, but can Cloud9 turn things around?
This gets so scary now for Cloud9. They've got the flank coming as well. They likely don't realize it. They've got so much on their plate already on the bomb site. They've moved into the site. Oh my goodness, Zand dies in the flames. And just like that, there's suddenly a fairly good chance for Cloud9. Let's not forget they need 2 rounds at least on their T side, and there goes TenZ. Flank is through, an automatic with the peak. Oh, he had to connect it, and he won't. INTZ pick up the first round of this half of overtime, and that is a bad look for Cloud9.
Yeah, that's that angle again. Swinging out, it's too strong of an angle, CT side. And I love the call there by INTZ pushing up underpass. It's unfortunate they lined up there. But yeah, INTZ, although the underpass push didn't pay off, I still like the aggressive play. Like being able to take chances and being able to risk it all for the win. They did get that info.
Indeed they did. Cloud9 haven't always had the presence in the underpass. Perhaps something that INTZ have picked up upon. Or the slow approach to mid, allowing them to repeatedly get 2 people in the underpass. It's a slow start once again from Cloud9. Daps showing some presence, at least a flashbang in the underpass this time. They need 2 from 2, C9. INTZ looking to take things to nuke. Really quiet round from Cloud9, as has been the course in many of their T rounds. Late smoke into the window. There's a counter grenade into the connector position. Kusta was lining up his flashbang for connector. There it is. Destiny has his advantages though, looking over that smoke. Now Cloud9 head towards the B bomb site. 4 players in the apartments. Cello and Zand pretty close.
Even though there's 35 seconds left, there's only 2 players on the B bomb site, so they're both in a committed position and they have to frag out. Cloud9 players jumping through. There's flames everywhere. Destiny's quick onto the bomb site. There has to be a trade. There it is. Now it's 2 versus 2 again on the B bomb side. Here is this pressure on Cloud9. They must win every single round of the 2 remaining to stay in this one. That's a very deep off angle from Automatic, which will catch Yell. SH said now 15 HP, and he might as well go for it. And he's going to creep all the way in the B apartments. Having a silencer here would be nice. If he's able to get the drop onto his opponent. But he cannot. Playing exits.
Stat pad.
Yeah, give me that stat. Give me the stats.
Runs away, hold on to the Krieg if you can. Well then, 21 to 20. Quite a few rounds here on Mirage. Another chance for INTZ to take it to nuke. This was quite the execute. That late Molotov, while being sprayed down, was so important. Just gave the CTs nowhere to stand.
Yeah, they mollied that truck corner and on top balcony. Just rare to see both of them.
Yeah. That was really solid. Cloud9 need 1 more. Do INTZ go back to the well on the underpass in this overtime? If there are more to come, then maybe they do it again later on. We'll have to see. Very back and forth affair.
Yeah. It's funny how everything switched to B in the overtimes. Ron, would you like to see any changes to the overtime format? Or are you fairly content with where it's at?
I like it. Yeah, I can't think of anything to make it better off the top of my head. You've got the right amount of money, so you can still, although you lose the first round, I mean you can't just buy full 3 rounds in a row if you lose the first 2.
Right then, a must-win for both teams. INTZ don't want more overtimes. They need to close this out and take it to nuke. Cloud9 changing the pace, and again we have 2 players in the underpass. Do Cloud9 have a read that this might be possible? SH said in connector, and Cello makes his way towards CT. 1 player has crept through. Maybe they don't have a jump on this, but there will be a trade. SH said now round connector's got to deliver a kill onto Kusta. That gives them great position, INTZ. Oh, Daps picked off top mid as well, and nuke is on the horizon. Tens has surely been heard. There's a pop flash for him. There's one. As you know, another one's in connector. It's trying to smoke it off. Some pre-fire. Got to be careful though. Automatic holding down CT. Double peek. He takes. Oh no, there's a team kill. Disaster! And all of a sudden, it's a 1 versus 2. What just happened there?
Oh, not like this. Oh, some damage from Yell. He takes Automatic down to 5 HP. Little does he know. But if he can get the frag onto Tens somehow.
Tens needs to stay alive here. Automatic going for the big flame.
Spots Tens. Oh, it's very scary. Yeah, going across, so he gets caught, and that's another overtime.
That is an awful, really unfortunate way when you're at an advantage to lose it. God damn.
Do we have like a replay of that?
That looked like it was over for Cloud9. That's the brown envelope frag. A team kill in the back of the head. And we are here once again, 21 to 21.
I still think Cloud9 are going to win the overtime battle. Cloud9.
INTZ with 2 ops now.
Okay. Oh my god. How on earth has he survived that situation? Yell trying to escape. Delays in case of spray. And not sure which angle he wants to hold. They've got at least 2 shots from this gap. Where's the spin but automatic? He spins but with the knife out, not the gun out. Okay, still walks past the angle more or less. He's got the warnings and there's a crouch peek from Daps. But he's allowed his teammates to take the angle. The heavy fraggers now are in position. Fire everywhere. He puts one below the windows and then Cello will get the first kill. Or the second one to include Daps. And this round is not looking good for Cloud9. I can't see them converting this one. They do have a minute on the clock. They do have Kusta by Connector. Presence being shown elsewhere. SHZ getting curious. Now the crouch peek from him is perfect. That was a chance Cloud9 were looking for, and it was denied.
Pick from automatic. He's going to fight his way out of this terrible position. The flashbangs go in. Timing's not favorable. Zan with one to the face, but Mixwell with one as well in return. As the bomb hits the ground, and time is the pressure, and so is SHZ. He gets the kill. INTZ once again.
Played by Zan. Yeah. It's exactly how you want to play that situation. Get one, fall back, stay alive, and let your teammates help you. You don't want to go for a greedy pick and get picked off, give them an answer kill. Take what you can get and just reset.
Round 44. Cloud9's T side looking for more success. INTZ trying to pull away. I don't think we've seen either team take all the rounds in one of these overtimes halves just yet. It's a nice kill from Yell. That's jumping behind the boxes. I don't know why.
Jump spot. He was punished on the first jump. I would imagine he would have had a smoke probably for top con or something, but not anymore. That's a big pick to get, but Kusa cannot get it. If he had picked up that kill, maybe they think about going to the B side. Maybe that wouldn't have worked out. It's a stack there. Destiny coming in from A ramp, an automatic caught jumping on default. And Cloud9, what do? They've been stopped at every turn.
Did he have his knife out?
I don't know, man.
It looks like he had his knife out.
Yeah, I think so. Just kind of haphazardly walking in.
Looks like they've run out of ideas, Cloud9. Automatic got a kill on the A bomb site. Somehow Destiny got behind him. Not sure if it was a flank or what, but that looks to me as if Cloud9 may have run out of steam on Mirage. What do they have in store now? Mixwell, what is he going for? Quick peek? No. Well, looks like a very purposeful play towards A pretty quickly from Cloud9. There are grenades in the mid position, and Daps is trying to show some presence, but they're not really buying it. It doesn't seem. INTZ. Two players around Connector. They can respond quickly to a play. SHZ is completely blind. Down he goes. And Amolian Palace will limit the split. Destiny's got more work to do, taking 10s out. Yell's here as well. 3 versus 3 now as Yell gets picked off. Mixwell goes for a default plant. Is a cover for him because we've got a CT creeping. Zan's not going to have a look though.
There's Daps with the double in middle. Zan's looking to try to save the day here. That's going to be a difficult one. Although he does have coverage on that bomb. How does he make this one work? There goes the smoke for the pressure, but he doesn't tap it. Oh, wow. Catches Daps moving across. Daps didn't realize that he was by triple. Seeing the smoke, thinking that he was there, he commits to the push, and now the hold comes in. Automatic races across. Oh, barely gets it in time. The 22 to 23. Finally a round collected. But again, Cloud9 in a... Again, just coming from behind.
Yeah. That's not how you want to win the rounds, but I guess you'll take them. You can get them, especially in OT. Daps. Huge lurk play there mid with that spray transfer, getting the second kill. And
maybe a relief for Cloud9 that half is over. From their perspective, that was pretty damn scary. Again, they stopped the 0-3. That is a disaster area. But now they need to stop INTZ. On INTZ perspective, they've got another lead in this game. I don't know how many they've had. They're on the cusp of the third map again. Of course, they've got the game point to come first. They need 2 of these 3 rounds. So let's see what they have to offer on their T side. Again, it is a Krieg party. AKs have been collecting the cobwebs in the back of the cupboard. And again, well, this is a variation of the B plays we've seen. They've got 2 plays towards A. Lega's been spotted by that. Doesn't pull the trigger just yet. But he is in deep, and there's an exchange of utility. The reload will be heard. So there is presence towards A as far as Cloud9 are concerned, but they haven't seen the bomb.
Just keeping it very calm for now. No, not really any information for Cloud9 to play with at this point.
And we'll see if TenZ over-rotates or not, or if the B players over-rotate or not. Because there has been a lot of success for INTZ to end A. So it looks like they're trying to fake A, and then the other 3 lurk out B halls.
Ooh, Kusa could... Oh, okay. I was going to say he could hit a rotation. See, they see nothing. That's bad. Look at the rotation now. They made the pop flash plane automatic is leaving, and this is really going to solve things. We've got smoke grenades. Oh no, they've abandoned the B bomb site, and INTZ are going to start moving in. But Kusa can hit a rotation, so he must realize something. But they've completely lost position. There's 1 kill for the retake, but they've lost position on the B bomb site. They've at least got market. They have been super baited. INTZ didn't go too deep in the apartments, showed nothing for the flashbang, and now they are in such a strong position post-plant, and they've still got lurkers on A.
Yeah, that's a 5v3, and they have 2 players coming through apartments. It doesn't seem like INTZ can hold on to this. This is not working out at all. FACEIT gets 1, he's got many more to go, and he's going to get spammed to death.
They did so much great work, but Yell dying on the A bomb site leaves Cloud9 in a 5 versus 3 retake on B.
That was a
Or
weird
4
round.
if you consider the rotation of the 5th man, but they should have got a lot more out of that.
Yeah. And a great play there by Kusta, playing aggressive and pushing up there and getting that kill. Round-winning aggressive play. And that pop flash out market door, it completely blinds that T player in that E-box corner. And that opened up the retake.
Oh, Kusa, he's been spotted, trying to make an escape. He will do, for a time, but he will fall to his own flame. Self-immolation underneath the window. And we've got a fast play. God knows where that came from, but Daps is completely unprepared for the ladder play. Not the first time we've seen that happen. Automatics all over the place, and they just fall into pieces. Sledgehammer through a box of Lego. It's just a complete mess. And it's game point again for INTZ. They've got another chance to take it to nuke.
Pretty much everyone from Cloud9 here got completely caught off guard. Daps obviously is worried about the drop-off balcony. And so you have to make a decision there, and that's a really tough spot to be in. But yeah, it just looked like everybody from Cloud9 that round kind of went a bit missing. We'll see if they can recover with this mid-take, trying to take the aggression to INTZ.
Molotovs from INTZ trying to stop this push from the CT side, but they're still able to do it. There's only 1 flashbang now left for Cloud9. They have position, they could have a double peek, but they've only got 4 players. Utility is being dumped everywhere. Really nervous situation. There's that final pop flash. How many players are going to eat it? All 3, 1, 2. Oh, he's almost got a second kill. This round may be won or lost here. Grenades in the hands. There's 1 more for automatic. That might be enough for now. Unsure as to the underpass situation. We'll race over to have a look and spot another one, but he's not really ready for the frag. Scrambling all over the place.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Now,
Descended into madness.
yeah, it's a 2v2. Things are getting so weird in the overtime, as I guess they always do. In terms of pushing the B-abs, it's a great push, but shouldering the angle will keep Zan safe for now.
That seems to make the play, man.
This is really tough for TenZ, being pushed all over the place. With another player lurking around the side of the site, can TenZ get caught? As I said, oh my goodness, TenZ has evaded detection. Oh, he dropped off just in a nick of time. As I said, still looking for him.
No way.
I cannot believe TenZ has evaded detection, but finally he's going to get sought unfound. And it's now just down to Daps on the rotation. Daps loses this round. That's it. We're going to the third map.
That deep molly. Still holding position. He has a kit Daps. He has no idea where either of these players are. You can see the deep Apps position for Zand. And SHZ is by the bench. He's waiting for this peak to come in. And that's a wrap. 25-23. We will be heading to a third map. INTZ finally do it in multiple overtimes. I've actually lost count, but here we are.
It's like 4 or something, yeah. It's kind of crazy. It's a very strange game, I got to say, in many respects. It felt like Cloud9's adjustments, CT adjustments came obviously in the overtime, but perhaps there's more to be done in regulation. But the same can be said for INTZ. Both teams having some great stuff and also some fails here or there. Ultimately, as impressive with INTZ, they had their Mirage look significantly better than their Train. That's to be sure.
Well, this is a wild game and a very long game, which has set us back almost an entire hour.
Nice.
So we'll have to cut these replays short so we can get into the next map sooner rather than later. I can't even imagine what the statistics are going to look like. Well, most people in the 4,000s. Well, there we go. What is there to be said? A very back and forth affair, and I'm sure Cloud9 will be frustrated with that one. But we're seeing some success from INTZ, and that's good to see. Especially with what we've seen from the old rosters before. So there are pluses to be had. And Nuke is going to be the decider between these two teams. We're going to a break very quickly. And again, it's 412 days now since we could draw on a map. Let's never forget this until it changes and that counter goes down to 0. We will see you after the break for Nuke. See you soon.